Hello, my dear Franken friends, and welcome to Spookyou, your one-stop shop for all things ghastly and ghoulish. I'm your host, Barnabas Vixen, and my, do we have a tasty assortment of tantalizing tales for you today. Handpicked by our very own Weavers of Woe. Guaranteed to send a chill down your spine, or your money back, so it's non-refundable. But enough teasing, because you're here for the stories, aren't you? Well, without further ado, allow me to pass the reins on over to our vivacious voiceover virtuoso, Trey Falco, for the first of tonight's spooky stories. And I'll be seeing you real soon. That is, if this doesn't spook your eyeballs out first.
This may not be paranormal, but it is creepy as fuck, and this just happened. So I was playing some RuneScape, and I heard a bunch of noise outside, and I see this person, cannot tell the gender, just fucking crawling on all fours, and it looks at me and makes a screeching noise and crawls off. Does anybody else know anything like this? Sorry, this is sloppy and in a hurry and on mobile. Edit. I called the police and they did not find anything, but told me they'd keep a lookout and to call them first and not Reddit. I'll update if anything else comes up. Edit. Sorry for not updating in a while, but I saw it again. Called the police first and again nothing, but this time it was making this weird-ass wailing noise like it was crying. I was fucking shitting myself just staring at this thing. And then it saw me and screamed and ran away. If you guys have any advice, please help me. Hello. My name is yet to be discussed, but I've come in a time of desperate need. Some very odd things are happening inside my own room. Let's see, it all started yesterday, December 3rd. Things weren't very weird beforehand, and as the clock led up to 5:30, everything was normal. By then, I lost count of the time, but I swear, I heard a faint noise and my Siri opened up. I don't know if it was activated by the video I was watching or some external source, but the words, "I see," and that's when I closed Siri. They interrupt far too often, so I expect this, but I found this encounter very particular. Never in my life had my phone done this before. As well, I had a very strange feeling come over me. I felt like a powerful presence nearby, and I had the urge to check under my bed, but I was skeptical, so I brought my cat. I feel scared without her, I'm a baby, I know, to watch this unfold. And as I peeked under, nothing. I get these weird feelings a lot, so I just ignored it. Everything was pretty normal up until today, December the 4th. Sometime during 5 and 6, I swore I heard rummaging in my bathroom, my trash can in particular. I never heard anything enter or leave my room, so I was a bit weirded out, but I ignored it. And to make sure I didn't hear anything, I checked the bathroom sometime later, and sure enough, disrupted. Though I won't jump to conclusions just yet, as my dog regularly runs into my room and digs through my trash, I never heard his loud footsteps and vigorous panting. And my cat didn't go buck wild. In fact, she didn't move at all. I don't really know if this is a ghost, some being, or me just jumping to conclusions so early, but I will edit this post if I have any more encounters with this being. Until then, bid you a good day.
Hello, listener. Barnabas here, and I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about something that's very near and dear to our hearts here at Spookyou. Blood. That succulent scarlet, the crimson cascade of delicious viscera. We can't get enough of it, and we hear you have plenty. That's why we've partnered with Dr. Acula's Blood Bank. Doc Acula is a medically licensed professional specializing in the removal and storage of that sweet life juice that flows through your veins. With your contribution, you'll be able to feed hundreds of starving vampirites with a single donation. And think of the tax write-off. Am I right? Call today for your free consultation and see what you can do to help your community. Don't forget to bring some form of identification, proof of residency. That way we know which community vault to file away your precious cargo, and a notarized copy of your most recent will. Consultation usually takes a few minutes, while your donation will last a lifetime. Oh, Dr. Acula's Blood Bank. Proudly supporting impoverished vampire communities for over 3,000 years. Thank you for allowing us to get that message off our chest and implant it into your prefrontal cortexes. We now return you to your stories.
So I live in a small town in a gated neighborhood northeast in my city, so an upper middle class area. And I have always been intrigued in the paranormal because of certain occurrences and experiences that I've had. Let's see, about 3 years back I was in my bedroom at 3 a.m. Cliche, I know, right? Awake on my phone being the teenager that I am, and all of a sudden I hear the doorbell ring 3 times. I had no idea what had just happened because who the hell rings a doorbell at 3 a.m.? So being scared shitless but also being the only one awake, I went to look out a second-story window overlooking the walkway to the front door. And I saw the driveway and there was no car and I couldn't see anyone out there and there were no footsteps or noises that could tell me where this person was. So I just went back to my room and in the morning told my parents about it, but apparently they heard nothing. Another of this same occurrence happened, but this time it was knocking. I had just woken and heard knocking at my bedroom door. It was 3 knocks and then it stopped, and I froze in solid fear. I didn't know what to do, so I slipped under my covers and texted my parents. No answer because it was past midnight. And I heard nothing, and the weirdest thing was that the light outside my door was on, so if there was anyone standing at my door, I would have seen a shadow outline of where their feet would be. But there was no outline. Didn't really sleep at all that night. Third and final one was probably my scariest experience. I was in my room late at night and on my phone watching YouTube when all of a sudden I hear this woman crying like her whole family had just died, and cats. Oh my god. So many cats meowing, but there were deep meows and less high-pitched than normal. Sounded like it was coming from under my bed or close outside my window in the backyard. I felt a sense of fear that I'd never felt before, and I felt the room heat up around me and I started to panic. So I called my parents and they answered and told me to come upstairs. They didn't believe me and told me that it was probably just a phone malfunction or a video playing in the background, but it couldn't be that. And I still to this day have no idea what it could have been, but I am sure that it was something bad.
Oh, you're still here. I was certain you had died or fled in absolute terror at the first syllable after my brilliant intro. My apologies. I wasn't really expecting anyone to actually make it this far. Nevertheless, if you enjoyed what you've heard this evening, then make sure you leave a like on this video and strike that subscribe button. Go on, bury it. Give it all you've got. It is how we keep the lights on in this place and feed the feral werecats that have made their home in the former manager's chest cavity. And now, it is with a heavy heart that I regret to inform you that it is time for us to depart. But don't despair. I can already hear your incessant weeping. I'll be here every Tuesday and Thursday to bring you more bone-chilling and soul-shivering stories to whet that insatiable appetite of yours. Now go forth, my ghastly gang, and stay spooky.